Okay. Everyone should be looking at this one. Please make sure you're doing the bottom right one first. I want to purposely do this one after because it's a little different. All right. So everyone's with me right here. You should kind of be able to tell me what to do this time. All right. So you tell me, please, what is the first step of criteria?
Goal box.
Make answer goal box. So that don't make that more complicated than it is. It's less about the box and more that you remember that the answer is an ordered pair. Okay. So write goal to the side, make your little box, but really most importantly, set up that the answer is an ordered pair. Okay, if you're watching this in the video, try to answer with me and kind of do the same things that we're doing. All right, we have our answer box. We know our answer is going to be an ordered pair. What do we need to check next? Yes, we need to check that these are ready to graph, okay? If one of them was y equals and one of them was 2x plus 5y equals 10, I'd have to convert that other one so they're both ready to graph, right? But, excuse me, both of these are in y equals, right? So we're good. So what's that next step? What can we do now? Get whatever first color your heart desires, and let's go graph. So I'm boxing out this first one with this color. Okay, and I'm going graph. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to say that my y-intercept is at -4. So that means I'm starting at -4 on the y-axis. And I have a slope of +3. How does a slope of +3 move? Up 3, right 1. So up 1, 2, 3, right 1. I'm going to keep going because remember, the whole point is to make them run into each other. So you want the longest line that you can. So up 1, 2, 3, right 1. Up 1, 2, 3, right 1. Okay? All right. Covers most of the graph, so I should be good. What am I doing now? Good. I'm getting my next color. I'm boxing out this equation, and I'm going graph with the goal of them running into each other, okay? You tell me how to graph this line. +3 on the y-intercept. Good. And then a slope of -1/2 is going to go down 1, right 2. So go to your y-intercept, down 1, and right 2. What happens? I didn't have to graph for long, right? It intersected right away. So right here is the intersection. Of course, you can add another point to extend your line. But I found my point of intersection. I found my goal. So my last step is to do what? Good. Write it in my goal box. I'm going to really shade in that point so I know what it is. This is where x is 2 and y is 2. Okay? So remember this. These lines go on to infinity. And I don't just draw those arrows at the end for fun. They go on into infinity in every direction. They're never going to run into each other again. So for this system right here, this system, 2, 2, that location is the only coordinate that would work for both of those equations. It is the only place where they run into each other. Okay? How we feel about it? Good? Okay, I'm going to change this one up a little bit. Okay? I want you to try to stay with me on this one. Same thing for people watching the video. Okay? In class and video people, I want you to think about this. Okay? Maybe about 2 months ago, I taught you, I'm shifting my paper to this one right here. About 2-ish months ago, we talked about equations that had one solution, no solution, or infinite solutions. Do we remember this? Yes. Okay. So if it had one solution, there was one answer. There was one place where they intersected. Follow me on this? Yep. Do you remember what qualifications, and I'm really asking a lot here, I'm aware, of a no solution equation? Oh, yeah. We'll take it. It was same coefficient, different constants. So think about that for a second. That means it was the same number with the x and different numbers by itself. I want you to just like leave that in your brain for a second. I know you're pointing at it. I see it too. Leave that in your brain while we solve this one. Let's see what happens. Let's just solve it like I didn't just give you a spoiler alert, right? So what's our first step? Let's go through criteria. We should be getting the hang of it now. What's our first step? Goal box. Good. Okay, what's next? Good. They're ready to graph. We don't need a second. Which we know whatchamacallit is equation. We're good. They're ready to graph. So yes, I'm going to go box in my first equation with my first color. Pretty easy to graph there. Okay, I have a y-intercept of +2. Okay, and then a slope of -2. How is that slope of -2 going to move? Down to right 1. Down to right 1. Down to right 1. I'll even go up to left 1 up here. Okay. There we go. All right. Awesome. Now I'm going to go box out my second one and say this has a y-intercept of what? -2. But the slope's the same as the first one. So it's going to move the same. It kind of started at different points, but it's moving the same way. So it's going to go down to left 1 also. It also can go up to left. I'm sorry, I meant down to right 1, up to left 1. There we go. Up to left 1. Say that again, J.O. How would you explain these? Eyes up here. They're parallel lines. They're never going to intersect. I agree. Okay, here's my analogy. Ready? I'm going to say me and J.O. are going to race to the high school at the exact same speed. Follow me on this, okay? I'm going to start in front of the school. He's going to start all the way in the back. We're going to race to Dutchtown High. We're going to run at the exact same speed. Okay? So we're starting here and here, running to the same place. Are we ever going to catch up to each other? No, because, follow me, we are starting at different points and moving the same way. We're never going to run into each other. Okay? So is there an answer to this? So is there a solution? No. So guess what the answer is? No solution. Question, could I say, oh, well, there's no solution, so the answer is 0, 0? Why? Because that's a coordinate. 0, 0 is a coordinate. That's a place. I can't say 0, 0, right? I got to say no solution. There's nowhere where they run into each other. Do we see the difference there? Pretty simple. Okay. So many.
This is what was keeping me on the in the room.
This is. I taught you the easiest way first. You're not gonna feel this way with substitution tomorrow, so please enjoy this feeling. All right, now video people and in-person people, you are going to do your exit ticket right now, and then check your work. Video people, you're gonna try this on your own, and you're gonna go check it taped on the board when you're done. I have the key worked out. Okay.